So you feel all contestants can benefit from having a coach?
Oh, without question. Well, okay, let me put it this way. If a young lady says that she wants to go to the Olympics for gymnastics, what does she do?
Right, exactly. That's true.
Okay, if a guy tells me that he wants to one day play at the U.S. Open or Wimbledon in tennis, what does he do?
Right.
Now, do you need a coach to make it to Miss America, Miss USA? No, not really. But you'll have an easier time if you do, and it all depends on what state you come out of, too. All states are not created equal. If you go back and you look at Miss America, Miss USA, Miss United States, there are certain states that make the cut every year, every other year. Texas, California, Virginia, Florida, Illinois, those are big pageant states.
Right.
And the reason why? Because girls are prepared. They understand what it is to be coached, and it is a sport. Another thing, you asked me earlier what sets me aside from some other coaches. One, I'm a man, and most coaches are female, even though there are some good men coaches out there, okay? The second thing is that as a man, I think like a man in the sense of it's a sport. It is a sport. You are competing. Understand that.
Very true. Exactly.
You are competing. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have friends and you can't be nice. I like it when my girls who compete with each other, I never say against each other. They compete with each other. I like it when they go to a pageant together and they sit together in the dressing room and support each other and all of that, because it makes the experience better. And believe it or not, when you compete with friends, you compete better.
Right.
Compete better. Because your motivation's there, you support each other, and then you're both competitive. Right. When I would compete, I used to get my best friend, he lives out of Florida. I'm a former Mr. Illinois, he's a former Mr. Florida. We're the best of friends. I remember one time we went to a national pageant together, and I said, okay, if you win, you're buying lunch, or you're buying breakfast the next day, and if I win, I'll do it, and lucky to say, I bought breakfast.
Yay for you!
Yeah, and he was my second runner-up. But anyway, with that being said, you have to go in the right mind frame, and really understand why you're doing it and what you want to accomplish, and then take the steps to do so. Now, not to say, and let me put a shout out to some of the smaller states, girl from Rhode Island, one Miss Rhode Island, one Miss USA, and one Miss Universe. So let me just put it out there that you don't have to be from a big pageant state to do well, but when you go to a state that's not as big of a pageant state, your level of experience don't have to be the same as when you're in Florida, Illinois, Texas, Virginia, North Carolina, Georgia,
sure.
Those kind of states.
Well, what about the most seasoned competitors, people who have won big titles in the past but are competing again? Would you recommend that they also have a coach?
Well, yes and no. There's a young lady that I know. She is a Mrs. contestant. She had won the Mrs. State title for Mrs. America, Mrs. United States, Mrs. International, and Mrs. Galaxy. In the Mrs. pageant, those are the big four.
Yes.
Okay. And she has won her state title for all four of them. And if she's watching this, she knows I'm talking about her. Okay. So, and I've had the opportunity to work with her a little bit. And so I'm thinking, okay, now she's doing, she's going to so kill me. Now she's doing what I call like Miss Kumquat, and Miss Blossom Fest and all these other stuff. And I'm thinking to myself, you have made top 10 at the premier pageants. When do you want to say when? There's nothing else for you to prove. So in that kind of situation, I always kind of go, come on, you got to know when to say when. It's not like she did all those other pageants and then graduated to the big ones. She won the big four right off the break. So in that respect, I kind of want to have a different conversation. But for the seasoned girls, once you got it down, for example, I have a girl now that I'm working with that had been to Miss America, and now she's going to go to Miss USA. Mm-hmm. And that's a switch. So when you're making a switch in wardrobe, the modeling at Miss America is different than the modeling at USA. It's not hugely different, but it is different. Right. Then they hire a coach. It's more consulting than coaching, where we're making the shift in hair and makeup, we're making the shift in body, we're making the shift in clothes, we're making the shift in competition style. So if they're seasoned, it's really not a whole lot to learn. Now, if you're going from Miss USA to Miss America, that's different because now you got to have a platform if you don't already have one. And you must train that. You know, you also need a talent. So if you haven't been dancing a lot, then now we need to train your talent. So, you know, certain pageants, moving to certain pageants is easier. Moving from one pageant to another pageant can be harder. So it just kind of all depends on what you're doing. But for a seasoned girl, that's when they need to get a coach or a consultant.
Good to know. Well, now when contestants are competing, you know, you can help them in the areas of interview and gown and all of that. But when they're on stage, they have this sort of star power, this charisma that comes from them. How do you, I mean, can you teach that as a coach? Okay. Or, you know, how can you develop that?
Yes. There are two or three things. First of all, I got another quote for you. Are you ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm ready.
What you think is what you project. Okay? So what I mean by that is if you're thinking I'm fabulous, you know, I'm a diva, okay, I love this dress and you should love it too, your energy is going to come out. You know, in talent, you know, even if you're not the greatest dancer, you need to be thinking, I got this. For this dance, I'm technically proficient. You're going to enjoy this because I enjoy doing it. Whatever you think up here is what you're going to put out. So that's the first thing. Now, as far as teaching a young lady who doesn't have that natural it factor, and a lot of girls who do very well don't, I teach girls her mental cues. And we practice that. So when you walk to this X, you're thinking diva. When you walk to this X, you're thinking Southern Belle. I actually get in the mirror and I go, give me a diva look. And we work on that. And we literally choreograph it. You know, show me your best hair flip. And we work on that. When you watch Miss Venezuela, Miss Puerto Rico, Miss Colombia, and all those Latin American girls, and my mother's from Central America, so I got that Latin America thing down. When they do the hair flip and the snap turns and all of that, that doesn't just happen. That doesn't just happen. I can tell you, I practice with my girls like 30 minutes just on hair flip and projection to make sure that it all comes together, because when a girl fakes it, it looks awful. So the most important thing, if you are a type of girl that don't have that natural it thing, get in the mirror and determine your looks. This is my diva look. This is my come like me look. This is my I'm sultry look. You know, whatever you're trying to project, you need to know what it is. And so you literally practice it in the mirror. The last session that I do with a girl, or next to last, depending on how experienced she is we do facials. We do what I call projection points. I don't do it in the beginning because when you're learning something, the brain is thinking neck down. Your choreography, your blocking, your pivoting, your walking, your stride, your strut, all of that. They're thinking of all of that. You're not going to get this. Okay, once the brain has got this down, neck down, and you go into what I call muscle memory, then we start talking about your mental cues and your what I call facial choreography. You know, what are we doing? You know, girls that just wing it, you should never wing anything, ever, ever, ever. Never wing it. Well, when I go out there, I'll just do it. No, it doesn't work that way. Now, once I've been with a girl a while and she's seasoned, I'll say to her, okay, what is our projection points? What are we doing? Well, Kyle, I'm going to do this here, and I'm going to do this there, and I'm going to do that there. I have them run it for me once, make sure they got it, and then for the rest of the rehearsal, I don't need to see it because they're seasoned enough to do it. But if you're new, if you don't do it in practice, muscle memory is going to kick in, you're going to get nervous, and you're not going to do it.
Right. Oh, yeah. Being a teacher, I know all about the muscle memory. So
there you go.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Great tips, great advice. Now, what if someone wants to coach with you? Do you travel around do you do the pageant circuits, travel around for coaching, or is it basically in person, or do you phone coach, or can you Skype?
Yeah, I do everything. Actually, I was just coaching a talent routine before I got here while I was almost late. Hence, you know, my uncombed hair and a polo shirt, you know.
You look fabulous.
You know, my initial thing, I was going to wear my cute little trademark bow tie and actually.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, DC traffic is horrible. So I'm literally running in the doors, you know, trying to make this interview. So everyone, please forgive me. I would normally spruce up for you. But if someone wants to reach me,
you look great.
Thank you, and I'm an old man. I'm going to be 50 in a couple of years, if you can believe that.
No way, never would have guessed it.
Yeah. If someone wants to reach me, my website it's very easy to remember, www.weproducewinners.com, and that's winners with an S because we produce many winners. You can hit me up on Facebook at facebook.com/pageantcoach, or you can email us at clients@weproducewinners.com, or you can order my book. Let me do it again. Which is called Producing Winners, Your Pathway to the Crown. There's also a Facebook page on that, and you can reach me via that. And I will say this, if anyone mentions this show, when they order their book, I will do a personally autograph and do a free 30-minute strategy session on Skype or FaceTime. I will do that for your audience.
Awesome.
But they have to mention you, though. They got to mention you.
Okay. And we will definitely make sure that they do that.
Outstanding.
Wow, that is fabulous. Thank you for offering that. And thank you so much for joining me today. You are incredible. I loved all of the great advice you gave on pageants, on modeling. Loved seeing your book. Loved talking to you. Thank you so much for joining me.
Not a problem. And Stephanie, hit me up in my inbox and I will send you an autographed copy.
Oh, I'm so excited. Yay, thank you. I will definitely do that. Thank you.
Everyone have a winning day, and you can accomplish anything. Just believe in yourself.
Great advice. Love that. And thanks to all of the viewers for tuning in. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so you never miss an episode. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.